I want you to open your closet right now. Just open it and stand there for a second. Look at it honestly. How does it make you feel? If the answer is anything other than calm and in control, if you feel even the slightest hint of stress, overwhelm, or that familiar low-grade guilt that comes from looking at things you own but never use, then you already know your closet has a problem. And the painful part is that most of us have been trying to solve that problem the wrong way for years. We organize. We buy new hangers. We get matching storage bins. We spend a Saturday afternoon rearranging everything. And then 6 months later, we are standing in front of the exact same chaos, wondering how we got back here again. Here is the truth nobody wants to say out loud. You do not have an organization problem. You have a volume problem. You have too much stuff. And no amount of organizing or color coding will fix a closet that simply contains more than it should. Japanese women figured this out a long time ago, and they developed a set of principles around clothing that makes the chaos you just looked at essentially impossible. Not through expensive closet systems, through a fundamentally different relationship with what they own and why they own it. Today, I am going to walk you through those principles. And by the end of this video, you will have a clear, practical plan to declutter your wardrobe once, and actually keep it that way, not for a month, for good. Before we start pulling things out of your closet, you need the mental framework that makes everything else work. Because without it, decluttering is just throwing things away. And throwing things away without changing your mindset is exactly why most people end up back where they started within a year. The Japanese approach to clothing is built on two concepts. The first is DANSHARI, the philosophy of refusing what you do not need, discarding what you do not use, and separating yourself from emotional attachment to objects. Every piece of clothing in your closet that you do not wear is something you chose not to refuse when it came in, something you have not yet discarded, and something you are emotionally attached to, for reasons that have nothing to do with actually wearing it. The second is onmodulos, the Japanese appreciation of negative space. In Japanese wardrobes, empty space is not wasted space. It is intentional. It is breathing room. A Japanese wardrobe is never stuffed to capacity. There is always space between the hanging garments, always room in the drawers, and that intentional restraint is what makes getting dressed every morning feel effortless rather than exhausting. When you apply both of these together, letting go of what does not serve you and protecting the empty space that remains, your wardrobe transforms from a source of daily stress into one of the most functional spaces in your home. The Japanese approach to wardrobe decluttering works by a completely different logic than what most American women use. Most of us declutter by exception. We go through our clothes and pull out the things that are obviously too worn or too small. Everything else stays, and that is why the closet fills back up almost immediately. We are only removing the clear failures. Japanese decluttering asks what to keep, not what to remove. And the standard for keeping is specific and honest. Question 1. Do I actually wear this? Wear? 1. Not did I wear it once last winter. Not would I wear it if I had somewhere to go. Do I reach for it regularly in my actual current life? If the honest answer is no, that item is a candidate for leaving. Question 2. Does it fit me right now? Not when I lose 10 pounds. Not when I find the right thing to wear it with. Right now on my body today. Clothes that do not fit your current body are not aspirational. They are a source of daily low-grade shame every time you see them. Japanese women do not keep clothes for a future version of themselves. They dress the body they have with care and intention. But I per second. Question 3. Is it in good condition? Filling, fading, stretched necklines, broken zippers, stains that never came out. In Japanese culture, wearing clothing that is visibly worn or damaged is considered a form of self-disrespect. If you would not feel confident wearing it outside, it should not be in your wardrobe taking up space from things that do make you feel confident. Question 4. Do I feel good when I wear it? When you put this item on, do you feel like yourself? Comfortable, put together, confident? Or do you feel vaguely wrong, slightly off? Your clothes should work for you. Every single one of them. If something consistently makes you feel off, it does not matter how much you paid for it. It needs to go. If a garment cannot give you a clear yes to at least the first 2 questions, you wear it, and it fits. It needs to leave your closet. Now let me walk you through the actual physical process of doing this, because the philosophy is only useful if you actually do it. And most people abandon the process halfway through, because they made it too complicated or too emotional. Set aside 3 to 4 hours, not 20 minutes on a Tuesday, a real block of time when you will not be interrupted. Put it on your calendar this week and treat it like an appointment you cannot cancel. Pull everything out. Every single item of clothing you own goes onto the bed. Everything from the closet, the drawers, under the bed, the spare room where clothes go to be forgotten. Everything in one pile where you can see the full volume of what you own. This step is intentionally confrontational. Seeing everything together is the moment most people have their first real reckoning with how much they actually have. Go through each item using the 4 questions. Work quickly. Japanese decluttering philosophy emphasizes trusting your first instinct rather than deliberating for 10 minutes over every item. Your gut response to a piece of clothing is usually correct. If you have to talk yourself into keeping something, that is a sign it should probably go. Create 3 piles: keep, donate, and trash. Trash is for items too worn or damaged to be useful to anyone else. Donate is for items in good condition that simply do not work for your life anymore. Be honest about which pile something belongs in. A stained shirt is not a donation. It is trash. It may be box. For the items you genuinely cannot decide on, put them in a box, seal it, write today's date on it, and store it out of the way. If in 6 months you have not opened that box to retrieve a single item, donate the entire box without opening it. This breaks the emotional deadlock of indecision without forcing a decision you are not ready to make. Return only what you are keeping. Hang everything with space between garments. Fold drawer items vertically, standing upright rather than stacked, so you can see everything at once without digging. Leave empty space intentionally. Resist every urge to fill it. That empty space is the point. Decluttering once is not the hard part. The hard part is keeping it that way 6 months from now. And this is where Japanese wardrobe habits have something genuinely powerful to teach us. The 1-in, 1-out rule. Every time a new piece of clothing enters your closet, something else leaves. Not maybe. Not eventually. Immediately. You buy a new sweater. An old sweater goes in the donation bag that same day. This single rule prevents the slow reaccumulation that turns a decluttered closet back into chaos within a year. No exceptions. No grace periods. 1-in, 1-out every single time. Seasonal reevaluation. Twice a year, when you switch between warm and cold weather clothing, do a brief honest check of everything coming out of storage. Did you actually wear everything you stored last season? If not, why not? If something sat in storage for an entire season and you never missed it, that item does not go back in. It goes in the donation bag. It already told you it has no place in your life. Shopping with intention. Before buying any new clothing, ask 3 questions. Does this work with at least 3 things I already own? Does it fit my actual daily life? Not my fantasy life, my actual life. And is it replacing something, or just adding volume? Impulse buying is the #1 way a decluttered wardrobe becomes cluttered again. These 3 questions create the pause that eliminates most purchases you would regret within a month anyway. The capsule mindset. You do not need to go full minimalist, but the Japanese approach encourages building a wardrobe around a core of versatile items you genuinely love and reach for constantly, and adding to that core only slowly and intentionally. When every item in your wardrobe earns its place, getting dressed in the morning stops being a source of stress and becomes something that takes 2 minutes and feels effortless. I want to finish by telling you something that goes beyond the closet, because the reason so many women feel overwhelmed by their wardrobes is not really about clothes. It is about time. It is about mental energy. It is about the quiet, continuous drain of living surrounded by more than you need. Studies have shown that the average woman spends 17 minutes every morning deciding what to wear. 17 minutes. That is over 100 hours a year standing in front of a closet full of clothes feeling like you have nothing to wear. 100 hours that could be spent on literally anything else. Your kids, your work, your rest, yourself. Japanese women do not have that problem. Not because they have no sense of style, but because they have built a wardrobe that works for them so completely that getting dressed is effortless, automatic, minutes instead of an ordeal. That is what this process gives you. Not just a tidier closet, an easier morning, a calmer start to your day. Minutes of your life return to you every single day for as long as you maintain these habits. The process is simple. Pull everything out. Ask the 4 questions. Let go honestly. Protect the empty space. Apply the 1-in, 1-out rule from this day forward. Your wardrobe should work for you. Every single piece in it should earn its place. And your mornings should feel like yours again. Go start today. Your future self will thank you every single morning.